we wait for them all to do their picks and bans.
If it gets louder, just leave it.
Okay. We are waiting for everyone to come online.
Yeah, do their picks, do their bans.
And this account has 180 gold in it, so we're going to draft an arena run.
Problems, easy
Because we have the power, and it's not our account.
This is the big first decision.
Now, what would you choose here?
Well, I can't play Warrior in Arena to save my life at all.
I think I would agree with that wholeheartedly.
And then Druid is pretty standard. I always go sort of 5, 6, 7 with Druid, pretty standard. And Warlock can go either way. You either get some nice cards or some of the Warlock class cards.
I think we should go YOLO, because it's not our account.
It's not, yeah, so we're not finishing this Arena.
Well, you never know. There might be a big delay.
It's got to be Doom God.
It's fantasy.
It's fantasy, it's all that counts.
I think we've got to go for YOLO. I mean, this is safe.
Something important, the combos are too good. Or
It's true, they're slightly bored every day.
They're all good.
It's tough. It's very tough.
Salty Dog. I think Salty Dog trades pretty well with Dr. B.
It does perfect.
Exactly. So that's good. We could go Dragon Warlock.
What?
Dragon Warlock is strong. It's too risky.
I don't think there's anything that is too risky, really.
Okay, yeah.
Dragon Warlock.
All dragons. Oh,
Yeah,
another Doom God.
okay.
That's simple.
These are all, I mean, these are both good cards.
Battle Cries are pretty strong in Arena.
But we've been avoiding good cards so far. Should we continue that?
Yeah, I think we'll go with the Battle Cries.
Because
I don't know what his name is.
this does counter Dr. Boom
Exactly.
on turn 7. And you always got to counter that.
Well, if we destroy their weapon, they won't be able to hit our minions, so they won't go.
It protects us on the portal.
Exactly. That's good.
Let's check they're not actually playing a match. No, they're not.
They're preparing well.
Second summoning portal.
It's gotta be the
you do the
combos.
first, and then you do the second.
And
That's you play.
And then Salty Dog costs 1.
Genius. Now,
We have no mech synergy.
we have no max energy, but we might get it later.
We could do.
This is like a shit Doom God.
It's better than Doom God because it's like Doom God, but it's got more health.
And it doesn't discard any.
It doesn't just go any cards, so it's better. Yeah. I think that's right.
Also, if you reversing switch on it, it's still got
Also,
5%.
we can go face.
Yeah.
And that's key to any arena round. Murloc, we're getting Murloc.
Hello, Warlock. We're going back for a bit. Sure, he wants to hit.
7 big one.
We have no cheating this tournament.
Okay, is he one of the players?
He is one of the players. Let's not let it distract us from our arena run.
I think. I should have said no. Now he's going to spam. I think I'm going to leave this one to you. This one's pretty.
Let's go. Cult Master with a Warlock, Murloc.
Yeah, that was
very
very
strong.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's sorry,
I think so.
It's OP.
Channel it now.
And I think
Yes.
there's only one Madabon. Madabon, the synergy's too good.
Keep it
Just
going.
because we have
Keep it going.
Madabon, we've got to go with Madabon. Please spectate.
What they're actually playing? Oh, they're preparing. Third summoning portal.
Third summoning portal. I mean, the combos are so real. I mean, what's that? That's like 2 mana less.
I don't know whose account this is.
Dr. Boom costs 1 if we play all our summoning portals. And we don't have any 2 drops.
We don't really do that.
So it's massive. I think. Oh, it's a tough one. Face race.
Not even.
We do have a pirate, don't we?
We do have.
Where's our pirate? 2 salty dogs. Salty dogs, we 85.
Genius. And Mill Warlock is appealing.
But
Are they playing it? Yes,
okay, we're gonna
we'll
skip
come
the
back to
game.
this later.
We don't know what decks they're playing. We don't know what's going on.
So it's Rexar, Golden Rexar,
Ooh.
versus Garrosh. Aftershock is the Cambridge player. JPDman is the
Hunter
Oxford player.
And we see the
Can we
dragon.
spectate them both? Yes.
Yeah, we can.
No,
Has he put?
we're playing Aftershock. We need to add him, not Teleboss.
We've added the wrong guy, so that's unfortunate.
Okay, that's a slight issue there.
But we can't see what the Warriors' hand
Okay, we'll
is.
assume it's something like.
Yeah. He's mulligan hard for the Fiery War Axe.
Yeah.
He hasn't got coins, so he probably won't keep
Okay.
it, but yeah.
What do you think? Fiery War Axe?
Fiery War Axe.
50% chance.
He's probably got the Sludge Belcher, which will be useful for him.
Do we need to back out? Yes, no, we don't.
Oh, we need.
You were wrong.
That's a reasonably strong hand actually against Hunter. They've both got alright hands.
I'd say this Hunter would slightly old card to run in Hunter, but
I think
it looks
this
like
is the Dragon
mid-range.
Hunter. He's been talking a lot about the Dragon Hunter, which I rate as poor.
I would agree.
I would say Dragon Hunter. I think it's got 2 Volcanic Drakes and
There's the War Axe.
2 Hungry Dragons, and that's it. So it's not really Dragon.
So he's got a choice of these, or you could armour up, but Cruel Task, Armour Smith, or Fiery War Axe.
Fiery War Axe, don't you? I don't think there's much of a question. You could play Armour Smith.
You could be honest, but you almost want to get this out of your hand before you pay the Desert Spike. And it's called Fiery Wind Axe for a reason.
This isn't our arena. And we'll check the trap.
What do you think it is?
Snake trap. I know he runs 2 snakes.
10 out of 10.
I hope the guy can't hear me because I'm basically just telling him what his entire deck is. At this point, I mean, so your Whirlwind is a clear, but I'd be tempted to.
I think you'd
Cool
assume this is Grim Patron, wouldn't you?
All those cards though you play in.
It's true.
You play in.
Surely
Playing
it's
control.
Whirlwind.
Oh, now
close.
it's Snakes. He just walks straight into Whirlwind.
He has had a shock.
Playing the armor as well. Get an extra 1 armor. Is 1 armor more valuable than 4? See, I'd be tempted. I wouldn't play the armor smith and Whirlwind because you're expecting the bow.
You are.
And the bow comes in and it kills it for free. Whereas if you Whirlwind and then play your Armor Smith, it doesn't go to bow. You lose 1 armor, but then his turn 3 players iffy at best because it's the bow you face.
Agreed. Find out if you play the Armor Smith now and the Hunter bows, he's got a bow up, no minions, no trap. The Warrior's basically got all the impetus to play whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Unless the Hunter wants to completely use up his bow without recharging with the trap. But he's not the Warrior first. No,
Not playing at all. So obviously looking for some sort of big combo. I'm not sure,
No, I would.
This is weak. As a hunter,
That's not a happy time. You could unleash the hounds for nothing, which would be a primarily BM.
I don't think you can. You can't unleash for nothing.
Can you not?
No, because it
Well,
would
that's
be
the bug, surely.
because it would be useful for quick shot on some things. Because you could this you hungry. See, this is the thing as well. So he saved an armor by armor smithing the next turn, but I like playing armor smith there. Just I don't know why you wouldn't. That's a Murloc though, so
That's a pretty clutch execute draw. You wouldn't have thought this. Well,
do you execute or do you just death bite? I mean, you take 5 damage, but
you got to think from the Warlock's perspective. At the
I'm
moment,
not thinking of the Warlock's perspective.
the Warrior's perspective. What? And he's probably very confused
Yeah.
by this. But you've got to assume it's something like mid-range.
It's sort of mid-range. I mean, you could see replacing sort of shredders with those. I mean, they're a big body. You usually have a ball presence in the contest. So.
Yeah.
Now this just feels pretty awkward as your hunter.
I mean, none
Not
of these
sure
are
what we
good
did.
plays. You almost just hear a power pass. Wait for a big unleash or something. Unleash.
You still see the thing is he still doesn't know and I still don't know whether this is Control Warrior or Grim Patron Warrior. Because none of the deck, we've seen Death Spite, we've seen Fire War, we've seen Armor Smith.
And if it's Control Warrior, you could be tempted to bait out the second hit with the.
But if it's Control Warrior, he's not ever hitting.
Sorry, I mean the. If it's
Grim
Grim
Patron.
you might be tempted to bait out the second Death Spite.
So he can't do any fancy.
Plus, because you've got a hell of a lot of 1 health minions, you'd rather not subject.
I just think if it is Grim Patron, if he makes a big board to Grim Patron, we've got Unleash, Cult Master, Volcanic Drake.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not. I don't.
Oh, I don't think Volcanic Drake synergy with Unleash the Hounds.
It's
somewhat.
fine. But it's still just a 6/4. That's mine. I want you to
Yeah.
hear the warrior. You don't.
On
You don't
six
hit
man.
with your thing. You want to kill the Knife Jugger, obviously. You can double call Taskmaster.
You can
call Task that and trade. You can trade and call Taskmaster.
You could Armor Smith Cruel Task, Armor up. It all depends what he's playing, but the fact that you drew Ragnaros
He must be.
suggests that it's Control Warrior.
Yeah. Does he want to develop his second act? I assume he's playing his turn. I mean, you have to play with Harrison. Or armour up to, yeah.
No, I mean, he's not exactly being pressured by this hunter. He's in no rush.
Put a bit of pressure on. That's where he needed timing.
Yeah. Although this is not a bad turn at all.
Do you think you Houndmaster your Haunted Creeper?
I would say Houndmaster your Haunted Creeper.
Yeah,
challenges directly both of these.
Yeah. I actually forgot you because he's hit with his Deathbite. The Whirlwind doesn't threaten me. Oh no, it wouldn't anyway because of the way Death Rattles are resolved. Yeah, there we go. It's
Right,
10-7. He's drawn Dr. Boom. I think this is simple. You play Dr. Boom.
I agree.
Although, do you?
Well, if you do Dr. Boom,
you can't kill
and
it.
Effectively pass. You wouldn't touch the.
And it just trades, and then that even trades into the board if they want to.
It's a slightly terrifying thing with all those boom bots against your board that you're hoping to build up. But it looks like he's just trying to directly manage the hunter's board every turn. Which works well. He can clear it.
And this is one of the reasons I don't like Volcanic Drake as well. It's a lot of people thought it would be good, but most of the time in the decks you want to run it, so people will say you want to run it in Paladin. Your minions die on the opponent's turn because they're the ones trading. There you go. It's a bit late. And even now, he plays it. It just hits. He hits it with the bow. Yeah. And then he can basically. His board nearly trades with that.
Yeah.
So, but I still think you have to do it unless you unleash Cult Master, draw you. Then you can do. You can't then play the Drake.
The problem with unleash.
It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't clear the board.
It's doing it anyway.
But then again, is the warrior often going to have more than 2 minions on the board? Control warrior?
When he plays Dr. Boom.
Unless they play Dr. Boom, it's almost sort of solitary threats, one after one.
He's having a thing. Just thinking of the Cult Master. Cult Master trade, see what he draws. I don't know what he can draw though. Unleash.
Well, you know what's in his deck.
Yeah, it's not all good. Hungry Dragon. That's alright. Just needs big minions, really.
Yeah. And I
Freezing
thought
Trap can be useful, but it's not going to be with Dr. Boom. Okay. You almost have. You're almost forcing the death fight here. Because it doesn't. You don't. You don't really want to leave it alive. You don't want to execute it. The problem is if you execute, then he drops. Oh, drop a drag on this board. Freezing Trap does nothing. Although, yeah, Rag means he threatens lethal. That's pretty. I'm not sure. Why has he played the Freezing Trap?
it does absolutely nothing.
And it just means that.
And it's not even like he's bluffing, if anything. It can't
No.
put Snake Trap, Explosive Trap,
No.
Snipe.
It does like nothing. I don't really understand that.
No, you'd thought you'd be better off playing the Web Spinner.
I
It's
just
another target for
spam the
Laurence to
board.
hit.
Yeah, just spam the board, hope for the best. Because at this point, you're dead to a lot of stuff.
You're not in a happy place. Maybe it's the Grandmaster plus Cruel Task is 10.
We've seen both the Cruel Task, and it's 12.
And it's
Jonas with Cruel Task. He rages him to 10, and then he.
I have demonstrated my prowess with Control Warrior.
I don't think it matters where this is. Yeah, I think at this point I think you concede. I mean,
Do you
spam the board.
you BM? You spam the board or you spam emotes? It's important.
if you kill the 2 boom bots and they don't hit your face for 4, which seems unlikely at the best of times, then you can the freezing trap protects you from the Dr. Boom, and
You can
the rag can just
yell.
you hope the rag doesn't hit your face. but I don't see how you're. I mean,
That's a fantastic outcome.
oh, there we go. Damn it, chicken. You've got to show that. You've got to show that. Yeah, there you go.
Do you almost certainly silence this, don't you? This boom bot?
I don't know. I don't think it matters.
How about Savannah into that
I like this kind of
roll
trade.
big? You could almost
Base. That is
RNG.
There you go.
Well,
Boom bot's
Hearthstone
OP.
is often decided by skill, and we have seen it there.
Now the key here is he got out of that game pretty quickly, so the opponent couldn't spam sorry, which is what I would have been doing. Absolutely. Because
So Cambridge win that one.
Cambridge won that one.
They're 1-0 up.
1-0 up.
Do you know what the second Oxford deck is?
No. I think there was a
Neither
priest.
do I.
I think there was a warlock. I don't know which one he banned. Let's say. I don't know. We need to be careful because last time this did break a bit. Because this should
did.
because he's only got one.
You're right.
I don't know.
I think we are okay. How about we leave? They're end preparing, okay, so we can spectate once they do.
Okay.
It's Aftershock. Oh, my type is great.
I just want to get this a reading done. I'm feeling pretty good about that.
We can sneak in an extra bit.
No, we've got it, haven't we? We've drafted. Oh no, we haven't.
Let's start, okay, quick.
No, implosion. It's got to be
Every time. Yeah, nice.
Oh, there was an Elven Archer. No, too soon. Get it.
Okay, quick.
Oh, that's a sentient gargle. Okay. So,
Back to serious.
we'll see who's playing what deck. Yeah. So Cambridge is on the warrior. We've swapped sides because you spectated the different
Slightly
guy.
confusing.
Also, yeah, but that's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, so this will be a long game. We've got control warrior versus
We're in
priest.
for the long.
It's gonna be a long game. Sort of talking about your starting hands. I don't really know this matchup very well. You don't want to keep Armor. Do you want to keep Armor Smith?
It's basically bad against everything the priest could play. And you don't need to get up armor.
No.
So I would say no, honestly.
Big game hunter, no. Brawl, no.
Shield
You
block.
could almost keep shield block.
But I mean, all you're doing for shield block, you're cycling it. So you might as well cycle it now, effectively.
Exactly. Gets you a bit of armor if you draw shield slam. And also one of the things is
Well, that's a priest.
it's strong, but it doesn't do too much.
But it's better than playing nothing on turn 1.
Yeah.
And turn 1 is the best time to play
And
a zombie chow.
I think the warrior you pass quite a lot of turns in.
Yeah.
The thing is as well with the acolytes, you need to get draw off them, and you don't want to play them after turn 6 because then you're entitled to the shadow priest. Shadow of Pain.
Is not going to be.
It's going to be quite useful because if he plays his acolyte without drawing,
Draws for nothing.
and that's important in this game.
And there aren't too many other targets against Troll. It's Armor Smith and Cruel Task. Is that it?
You can do things like Belcher, where you get big
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
Coins.
Some Shrinkmaster shenanigans as well.
What? I don't know how you play this matchup at all. Coin shield block. The problem with coin shield block is then you negate the death rattle of.
It's true. I would say you coin, from a warrior's perspective, you coin Acolyte, because he doesn't know he's got Shadow of Pain. Yeah. Because from his perspective, it's almost guaranteed 2 draws unless he has the pain.
I think.
And that's incredibly strong, the Blade Master.
See, this is the thing though. Do you want to? Is that what you want to do though? See, it's so tempting on turn 3 or 4, 7. But if he does, it just gets executed straight away.
And there's no rush to do it against a warrior, and he's not going to be pressuring you enormously. And
I think
you almost win this match by just denying warrior draw.
Denying the draw. Yeah, I think that's right.
I think it's fairly straightforward. We'll see. It's a nice golden Grey-Mash Hellscream, actually.
It is. That's pretty good looking.
Do you have any golden legendaries?
I have many. All my decks are all golden.
Wow. Well, we'll see it next match.
Exactly.
I smash you.
Right.
Yeah. Shadow of Death.
There we go. It's not Shadow of Death, though. Shadow. Come on. No, you can't. Oh, it's a bit late.
It doesn't actually.
doesn't do anything forever.
I mean, you're basically Fiery War Axe, Armor Smith, or Shield Block.
It depends, like, shield block cycles. If he thinks he needs to cycle, if he thinks he needs to find another card, he needs to shield block. But otherwise, just arming up, just...
I would say almost you need to cycle, because you've not
you've
got
got
any
nothing to
plays
do.
until really turn 8. And a lot of them are pretty
But sometimes
reactionary.
you don't know what, you can't, like, you don't know what... So Priest runs very few minions, so you don't know what... If he's going to play anything at all. But I think you do shield block just to keep your cycling through, find something good. The execute's useful because it stops any shenanigans with a Blade Master.
Agree.
Well, the next one is still, and taking 4 from the face. Oh, he doesn't even need to.
I would suggest it's a fairly
It's
straightforward
got to
turn.
be Blade Master Circle. I
Blade
would
Master
guess so.
Circle.
Yeah, it's so strong.
Also,
So strong.
pointless to play here. You almost want to use it to relax and not sort of block out.
In a strong position here. Got the execute though.
Well, the
which
Sludge
really-
Belch is an interesting pickup for next turn. At the very least, it will guarantee the execute on Blade Master. And he could Cruel Task Master execute.
So I think your two options. I think you want to execute the 4/7 right now. So it's either Cruel Taskmaster or hit it with the axe.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about Cruel Taskmaster though is it just dies to the 2/5 for free. But I guess that doesn't really matter too much. You actually take 4, but is the priest ever going to kill you like that? That's a good draw.
That is.
I mean, although it's got a big I think it just gives him something to do, right, which is important.
Yeah.
Power Word Shield it. I mean, you don't want to play an Orc and Iron empty board, it just dies to
Everything.
nothing. Well, it doesn't die to anything, but because it'll have 5 health, but yeah, Power Word Shield, so what we draw. Like the Nari, bit of synergy with the Orc and Iron, maybe. But
Yep. It looks
Sludge
pretty
Belcher.
clear, Sludge Belcher. I mean, what else do you do?
And here's the thing as well, and you didn't realise but so you could be tempted if you use the axe last turn to use your Cruel Taskmaster on your own Acolyte to cycle it more, but now you've got the Belcher, you've got to play it down. There's not much. You've seen one Shadow with Pain, so on one sense you're a bit worried, but at the same time you've seen more.
I suppose.
Too, so I think you definitely make that.
Playing Devil's Advocate, if you weren't a Sludge Belcher, you'd probably get Armor Smith Acolyte.
Going into turn 6, that's an awful play. Because you expect him to he takes his pick. Oh. Now, Sylvanas is tempting, but
If you
Orkanai, you can either Orkanai like the Nari kills the Belcher, and your board is looking.
it kills the Belcher, but it doesn't clear the board.
No. Then he has a 1/2, and you have a 2/5, a 3/5, and a 1/2 that's looking a bit scary. And there's not a lot he could do. And also, it does that little bit of pressure where you get the synergy with the Orkanai and the zombie channel.
Yeah.
Suddenly that's a 10 damage swing.
He's going for it, it looks like.
Yeah.
Embrace the void.
There we go. It is still damaged. We've got something like
In
one.
the light's name.
At the moment, it's a small which
There's a lot there. You don't want to do it. You can axe something.
You can
you do axe something.
you've almost got to axe this. Well, with that, it hasn't got much potential to spiral out of control.
If you
but
axe that though,
you just take 1 million damage.
you take 5 damage straight off, but you can't kill the Orkanai.
No.
You can axe and then axe again and dual wield the axe and do 6 damage to the Orkanai, but that's a pretty advanced play.
See, I'm not quite sure Aftershock has thought of that
No.
yet, at least. He's not quite at that stage.
The one saving grace for Warrior at this point is the priest will only have 4 cards on his next turn. Shadow Madness could be in his hand for the whole game.
Yeah.
Shadow of Death will find a target in Warrior, but it might be a while.
And Sylvanas has potential to be devastating.
I'm made to fit.
See where
I
he
mean-
trades in hand.
Because you've got the Sylvanas Shadow of Death combo, but almost in this matchup, it's better just to use them
Use them as
separately.
separate things. You Shadow of Death a big target, and then you
Yeah.
Sylvanas and make him deal with it. They very rarely run silent this thing. The double Shadow of Madness is
Horrid.
that's why I don't like Priest. You draw your situational cards far
You
too
have sort
often.
of 7 cards in your hand and not be able to play anything, basically.
The hero power looks nice because the hero power lets you clear the board, but then you're literally playing nothing else. But maybe that's
But what
matter
else?
in the Warrior.
What else can you play?
Shadow
You
Madness
Probably
to get an armor. You can get 1 armor.
it could be crucial.
Then you Thought Steel Shield Slam all of a sudden. Okay, the Death Bite needed to come a lot earlier. You've gone straight to it. I mean,
I always feel against Priest, you're playing the value game.
rather than the health review.
Yeah.
I think that's probably okay. Because then, even if all he does is heal it, I mean,
And I
kill it
mean,
again.
if you were to use the Fire Warrocks on that, you'd be taking 5 damage. I mean, it's. Or Shadow Priest comes on time.
He can't do anything. See, you can't play Sylvanas
Do you play the Ball Shadow Priest on the
against a warrior. The ties to look at hit are he's got 1 acolyte left and maybe 1 armor smith.
Yeah. Has he used any Taskmasters?
Yeah, he's used both. Maybe that's a lie. That was in the last game. He hasn't used any.
No.
He used 1 to execute the.
He's one, so he's got 3 targets
But
left for it.
you don't really care about getting a 2-2. I think here, you see, if you didn't draw Boom, you'd be cycling off your acolyte just because you want that draw
Every single time, yeah.
But now you've got Boom, you suddenly pressure.
He's got to be thinking though, there's been 5 cards
Yeah,
in
he
his
knows- he
hands
knows
and he
it's
hasn't
done.
done anything with it. Even if Dr. Boom does die,
Well, you assume Dr. Boom's going to die, but you've got a lot of big targets in you.
and it does leave behind a couple of Boom bots. Oh, well. Couple of Boom bot?
I think
Shadow of
you,
Death,
I think
Dr.
you could
Boom.
all Boombot Shadow of Death it. You could Shadow Madness and hope to. No, don't do that. Double Shadow Madness, both into them.
That just...
Well, it leaves it with 5 health, so if they both
5
hit
health,
it,
so-
it's very likely to kill it.
Yeah,
That's
but
fine.
it is less than 50%.
Yeah, it's not good. Well, Shadow Madness.
I disagree with that, especially with 2 Cabal Shadow Priests in hand.
Yeah,
And
it
you've
puts something
only
on the
ever
board.
got 3 targets.
It puts something on the board.
I think that was a bit dodgy.
You give him initiative.
Yeah.
But what you say. Oh, I know. He runs double Shrinkmeister.
Well, he must, mustn't he?
I'm pretty sure he
if
does.
He saves those.
Because he's got 2 Shadow Madnesses as well. So I think he's really looking for some sort of big game winning, stealing his Sarah or something.
But what, apart from Ysera, what else are you gonna
Well,
steal?
double,
for?
you can double, you can.
An enraged grey match. How often does that come out?
No, Sylvanas, even just a Shield Maiden. You can steal a Belcher.
But Sylvanas.
You'd
And
have to
in
draw
terms
2.
of, you'd have to draw 2.
And that just seems unlikely. And the problem with Warrior is, so if Priest puts on pressure, the Warrior can generally do like finish. But as soon as the Warrior gets the time to put on pressure, then they can threaten lethal pretty quickly with Grom.
Yeah.
Here, if you play Sylvanas on an empty board,
I have
you've
no
seen one
time
death,
for games.
and if he gets death, you then know he doesn't come in anymore. I think that's probably right.
How do you answer it? Sylvanas. Well, there's a Shrinkmeister.
Shrinkmeister. Now, wait. He's got the Shrinkmeister Shadow Madness for
He does.
Sylvanas. I don't know how
That is-
often that works.
No.
But if he plays another big minion, he can suddenly trade off, kill the Sylvanas.
That is an unbelievable combo.
But at the same time, surely he doesn't play anything ever, and then the warrior hits your face for 5 damage every turn.
I probably. He's straight up pass with 10 mana.
I don't know. That's a great draw.
That's a great draw.
Put him on 10.
And it's lethal with an enraged draw.
But here we go.
He'll clear the
Shrinkmeister-
board and heal himself up.
Well, he can Shrinkmeister. Now here's an interesting one. You can Shrinkmeister Shadow Madness, his thing, and steal the 8/3.
He's got.
But you're still scared of dying.
Well, you're only scared of dying to Grom Cruel Task. which is
a whirlwind or something like that. Did we say whirlwind?
but whirlwind, if you heal yourself up, so whirlwind would only take you down to 2.
That's true. All of a sudden, the big game hunter though. But in a way, it's good because it draws the big game hunter if he. Oh. There's a lot of big minions.
June, Ragnaros, Fiery War Axe, Strengthmeister, whichever target it hits is good. If it hits the Alexstrasza, it's a clear board. If it hits the Grommash, it's. If it hits the face, it's lethal next turn with Grommash. I think that's what we've been playing.
Maybe. Potentially. What are you afraid of? Afraid of some torn?
Well, you're afraid of Sylvanas' death, or just death straight up.
Yeah. I like developing the War Axe because it puts a bit more damage. It means that if you draw into. Or. You want to play big game, but you very rarely get on the target.
But in a sense, it doesn't matter if you target, you win the game.
Yeah. Do you play the Acolyte? At what point do you play the Acolyte? He's not playing it. You're refusing to play it.
But what's he?
This is. I think this is game.
4-3-4.
Well, he has to play. He has to play. Yeah, he has to play. Like a minion. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He plays one of his 5 health minions then.
Now what?
I have no time for
You don't death this, do you? If you're that scared of lethal?
No,
Like if you heal yourself up.
Oh wait.
That's lethal. GG, she'll slam her own Grommash.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Good game. Cambridge win 2-0. Slightly. After the first 5 turns, you just said Priest had this pretty covered.
Yeah, but this is always the way when I never like you skip so many turns on Priest and then eventually you just get like that Alexstrasza. As soon as they draw that Alexstrasza, they play it on empty board. And then was that evens it up?
No, that's Cambridge 2-0.
No.
Cambridge won first with a warrior.
Oh no, yeah. So I meant even it up as in
Oh, you said
Cambridge Oxford. So that's a win there 2-0. 2-0.
So now it's us playing.
It is. I don't know how we do this. I don't know how we end the stream.
We don't, I don't think. I think we just wait for the next casters to
Come in. Let's go to our arena, I think. Finish our draft.
Just get one more. One more in. Before the night is out, this needs to be played.
Stone St. Gargoyle just looks pretty solid. I mean,
Because
it returns itself to velocity. You trade, and then it heals itself up. It's like the Priest hero power in one.
okay, let's quickly finish this. Cogmaster Mac. Easy peasy.
Cogmaster.
Second Cogmaster.
Easy peasy.
We don't like healing.
We like next, though.
But this goes to face.
Oh, that does go to face. It goes to everyone's face. Unavoidable.
This is horrid.
Yeah, I don't like any of these.
Let's close your eyes.
The mouse sensitivity didn't help you there. The Murlocs, we've got the
Murloc
Murlocs
every time. Nice. Spell damage.
We
with
love Hellfire.
That's a
Suddenly
great
we play that, we've got 5 damage Hellfire. Raid Leader, we got so many minions. He buffs them all.
Beautiful. The 5 damage Hellfire actually kills the Ancient Mage, which is perfect.
That's simple. We lose ball control and then we're twisting over. That's simple. There we go.
Your predictions?
12 and 0. Easy. We play the Sorry Dog. We get the.
I've got to say I agree.
We've got to say we play the South Sea Captain. It's an 8-5.
Yep.
You can't do anything about that.
Simple as.
Are we gonna?
We are going to go play our match, and some other casters will
come
be
on at
here
some point.
soonish. Okay.
Should we? What's going on with the stream?